What's up, everybody? It's your boy Corey, aka GQ Saint, back from another reaction video. Finally, death battle. This is, well, a special occasion. Goku versus Superman 3. This is the only death battle, so, well, third death battle that is, so not the only one. So I decided to do this right now. I just did see requests from comments for last video, so this one, I'm actually going to try to do the full reaction. This I might still cut some stuff now, every now and then, but anyway, don't want to bore you guys. Let's go react to. Let's get into it. Because it's already kind of long anyway, over nearly 30 minutes. So, the longer it takes, the longer it takes to render, especially the post. So, let's get it.
Son Goku.
Yep.
Superman.
Superman.
It's time to answer the ultimate question.
I feel like this. I am going for Team Goku, but Superman wins again. I won't be surprised. Anyway, part of me does respect the Superman a little bit. Just Goku's always been more a little bit inspirational to me while I was growing up. It's his character, his determination.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come.
Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Not just raised, but trained. Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would find to be his true calling under the guidance of Master Roshi. Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character.
The more he learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly God.
Boring.
When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very, very literally.
It's almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before.
Yeah, I remember I saw this movie. I didn't think Goku realized the Super Saiyan God power wore off. He was just finding normal Super Saiyan form. But he was still able to somewhat keep pace with Beerus. That movie was pretty good. That made me glad they actually put Dragon Ball Super.
Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example,
Yeah.
Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the Solar Flare, Energy Landmine, and God Bind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty much any container could be used for the Mothama sealing technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The
I think I only saw that movie
Spirit
once
Bomb
with
is
Lord
potentially
Slug.
his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time. Unlike instant transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daizenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And
Sorry,
the
had a
dubs
crack.
wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring
Also
himself
knows
the
his Super Saiyan
Saiyan.
forms.
Hell yeah.
Especially the first one,
If
his
there's-
kind of personality kind of changed a little bit. Sorry about that, y'all. You
If
can see
there's
me
any
do a
scene
little
that
cut right
deserves the
there.
word epic, it's when he
I was
went
saying
gold.
Super Saiyan 4 kind of
Saiyan
changed
and
his
its sequels
personality
all
a little
have
bit.
official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs? They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Videl commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs are up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
And Goku could destroy that much the first time he went God. And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that.
Yeah, that's
or
what they
after he
say.
trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku
I kinda
isn't
wanna
a
see a
normal
Super Saiyan
transformation,
form of
it's a
Ultra
state of
Instinct now.
mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts, subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone, doing without
So Ultra
thinking.
Instinct,
Something
Ultra
Goku
Instinct
has
is actually a
always
real
wished to do.
thing.
Technically, it
Well,
can be
called
used
martial
in any
arts,
form,
but
when perfected,
not
autonomous
transforming like
Ultra
that,
Instinct
though.
makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku
You
will
do martial arts
automatically
at heart, you
dodge,
know what I'm
block,
talking
and
about.
counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds really intense.
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While technically a different continuity, CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities.
Yeah, that's what I
The
feel
only
with Dragon
real
Ball
difference
Heroes.
is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used
Yeah.
instant transmission to teleport through
I don't think
time
Toriyama
and
was involved with
dimensions.
GT, with
He
GT, which
outsped
originally
a
not
god who
canon.
could see the future.
I'll say some of
He
the stories
defeated
GT,
Dark
it wasn't
King
nowhere
Fu,
near
who was
good
gonna
as Dragon
rewrite
Ball Z. The only
entire
thing I mostly liked was
universe.
Super
Hell,
Saiyan 4
this
Goku
series even
introduction.
makes GT cool. Xeno Goku
Yeah,
can break space-time
because a lot of
just
people didn't like the
going
main
Super
story
Saiyan
arcs. It
4.
pretty much
Looking
was
back at that
almost a
goofy
downgrade
monkey boy
compared to
chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost
Z.
overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come.
Still,
how
Super
much
story
he's
arcs still
had to
better than
face.
GT.
But
Yo,
no
Z arcs
matter
got a
the
better story.
challenge, he
Super
takes
was
it
still
head
good.
on
I
and
enjoy
pushes
Super.
through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
Yeah. Always love
Faster than
Goku.
a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget him. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout, and he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution
Yeah, I love
to
it. So
overwhelming problems.
actually a little more
A
of this
hero
over the
who could defeat
weekend, which
any
I really
evil by
respect this
just
guy.
punching
Understand.
it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a
Yeah, a whole bunch of
refugee,
different
a
love
child
interests, but
who
his
lost
main
home, left to the mercy
best
of
boo is
alien
Lois
people.
Lane.
This
I would
new
say
world
Lois Lane.
accepted him, raised him, gave him a new
I don't know why I
because
wasn't a big
helping
fan of
others in
whole him
need is
having
the
Wonder
right
Woman as
thing
a
to
girlfriend. I
do.
really just
That's
didn't.
why
I
he
didn't get
became a
that.
superhero, the first
I know.
superhero.
There was a good couple
Everything's gotta
with
start somewhere, but he was
better
the
with
first one
Lois.
to really take off.
Lana,
I mean,
I
not
understand that.
literally. It took
Like
a
Lana
while
Lang.
actually before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main
Yeah, the
canon,
Batman
like
versus
Returns.
Superman movie in the
It's a good
DC
question,
Extended
though.
Universe,
Superman's powers have
I couldn't get
fluctuated
into
over
it
time
that
for a
much.
variety of
I
reasons.
feel like they
However,
rushed
for
too
Death
hard
Battle,
and kept
we
towards
take
the Avengers
characters
with
at
Marvel and
their
stuff.
best.
Yeah, like
Cause
how his
my
breath
opinion,
is
it was
so
way,
powerful,
way
it can
too
seize
soon
away
for
a
them to
solar
bring in
system, or
Doomsday. It
blow
was too
air
soon
cold
for
enough
that.
to freeze
They just
Speaking of,
rushed
his
it. I
X-ray
think that's what
vision
hurt them a
doesn't
lot.
just see walls. He can see through your own body and
The Zack
mind
Snyder
to
verse,
examine
yeah,
your
that
soul.
Snyderverse
And yet,
directed
he
the
can't
Justice
see
League.
through
That was the
lead.
real
That's
Justice League
okay,
movie.
though. He
First
can just
Aquaman,
burn through
good.
it with his
First
face.
Wonder Woman,
Since he gets his
yeah. The
power
second
from the
Wonder
yellow
Woman movie,
sun, his heat vision burns
Yeah,
with
it
the
was
fire of a
downgrade.
star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or when he gained 10 years
Even
worth of
Brainiac
medical
5,
training through only 5
which is the
minutes
good
of bleeding,
Brainiac. I know
and
that
then
Brainiac
successfully
5,
performed
part of the
lung
Legion of
surgery.
Superheroes. He's watched that
My
show.
favorite example is when he
I read
smelled
too many
brownies
of
in
those
North
first in the
Dakota
comics.
from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses Chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such
Just
as
a bit-
taking
I can
Darkseid's
never pronounce
Omega
that dude's
Beams,
name.
even
It's a
Retcon
flick
and
or
the
something, I don't
Time
know.
Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic
Yeah, I've got-
linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman
I read
and
that comic
comics
when he
as a whole
fought
have
Ali.
gone through multiple
Especially
retcons.
Raw, we had no
Golden
power
Age,
to him.
Silver Age,
A
pre-crisis,
power down
post-crisis,
Superman literally just
New
normal
52,
on Ali
rebirth,
level.
and so
He
on.
didn't stand a
It would help
chance.
to know which one is the
Superman
main
did put up
Superman,
some.
right?
I think he put a good
Well,
effort, but
they
Ali
all
he
are.
dominated.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kind of canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. Ew. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
A friend of mine just
Superman
got to read that
defies
comic.
Physics.
Like when he used heat
Meant to
vision
let
to
me borrow it, I
restart
haven't
the
read it
universe
yet.
by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
What? That's 31 zeros, and Supes helped make that happen.
Let's get numbers.
Well,
I
about
have
1/50.
no
That's
idea
still immense
what
power,
what
but
it
if
means.
you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman,
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all, but there is nuance to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the sixth dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home. Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has
I've
no
yet to watch
better
this new
champion
Superman show.
than the
I
Man of Steel.
gotta check it out.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's get it. Once again, Team Goku, but if Superman wins, I don't care. Okay, get into it.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
This is weird. I just ain't you see Superman kicking.
You're holding back. Give it your all. No regrets.
I'm doing just fine.
Oh yeah, this fight's fire. I enjoy it. Ooh, that was dope. Oh man.
Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Looks like a job for
What's that? Justice Superman or Ultraman versus Goku Black.
Well, what do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Ultra Instinct. I remember use that move on Jiren. I was like, whoa, that was dope. Whoa, that was dope. Charging up with the yellow suns.
Finally.
Oh man, that God form, man. destroy the Earth again. Woo! Oh man.
Huh?
Oh man,
darn
he
it.
lost.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
At least they respected one another,
Sure
so
was. But
it was
I'll be
good effort.
stronger
I
next
enjoyed
time.
this.
I look forward to it.
So they're now
Let's go
trapped.
again.
You're on.
This is a good fight. I really enjoyed it. Good effort.
That's
Yeah,
it.
good job,
The
Superman.
final
Good effort, Goku.
indisputable
Yeah.
answer. Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There's so
Yeah,
many
they
ways
are.
this battle could go.
I'll still always be
especially
Team
with all the
Goku
other
versus Superman, but
continuities.
yeah, I
For
respect
real,
respect the
Goku would
both.
kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a
Yeah,
lot to
I do
cover,
see
so
Goku
let's address
beating
the
in
5
Injustice
categories
Superman.
most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger. Over a novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by
Yeah.
billions or trillions of times.
believe this was
He's
more
defeated Jiren,
than
Broly,
One little
Moro,
kid,
and
especially
Fu.
watching
But
Batman
even
Superman,
if
as
we
they
highball
train
Goku
and
by
hard,
quadrillions
as
or
they
quintillions
get
of
stronger,
times,
like
the
surpass
gap
your
is
limits.
just too much, especially with
That's
the
what it
World
was when I was
Fortress.
training.
Not even
I'm still
heroes
pressing on my
can
own martial arts
Superman
training,
takes
you know,
the edge
improve
in
myself.
strength.
But strength isn't everything.
fitness.
Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster
So you
than
want
light,
weightlifting,
but
always
Superman
don't
crossed
try to
that
lift the
mega-sized
same every time.
universe
You
of
always
his
try to
in seconds
increase.
and flew faster
To this
than
day, I
infinity.
still
Makes sense.
It's
You
been a
keep
while
up
since I've
with
seen
the
one of my
Flash, whose
mass
speed
is
so
and bench
ludicrous,
pressing that
it's
is.
unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and
That's the way
Kryptonian
I felt
martial arts
about
are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman.
Yeah,
but perhaps
yeah,
less
experience,
obvious is our
yeah.
last category.
Experience I
powers.
agree with.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time
Yeah,
travel,
it
countering
does.
instant transmission similar
I realize
ability from
that.
heroes.
That's why I
And
realized
regarding
when Darkseid's
teleporting into a
Omega
red
beams,
star, ignoring
pretty
the
much
fact
does
that
the same
Saiyans can't
thing.
breathe in space, though
And
Goku
some
certainly
beings have
doesn't live in a
resisted it.
vacuum. Instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they
Spider-Man's
believe
always
in.
been my
For a
favorite
lot of people,
superhero.
that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that.
Spider-Man,
Then
my
along
American
came anime.
based
There was a
superhero.
whole other world of
Anime,
ideas and
Goku's
stories
always
for
been
us
my
sheltered
superhero
Westerners
in
to experience,
Japan, like
and
anime.
Goku's an icon of that. So while many
Yeah.
see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to
Wrong stick.
appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Eventually,
Yeah,
we're gonna get a newer form
You're
of
right.
Goku.
I'm
Eventually,
just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
this was a
The
good
worst
fight.
pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math. The pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punch,
Sure,
then
Goku
Goku would
Superman
have
could
won.
be great
What is wrong
friends
with
if they
you?
actually meet in true canon. Who's next? Let's get it. Oh, yeah, season 10 finale. Galactus. Unicron. Okay, this was a fantastic fight. Once again, I ain't mad at Goku lost. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I like the way he did end it. So anyway, this was a great, amazing fight. I really enjoyed this fight. So this fight coming up, Galactus versus Unicron. I think this was now, it's like maybe a season before this would go. This was looking forward towards a season finale. I think I mentioned there's one fight when Popeye versus Saitama, One Punch Man. So I'm glad they're actually doing this. This, I don't know. I might do the full reaction for this one. Who knows? So just stay tuned, y'all. Anyway, let me know how you feel about this one. Go over in this video, get it dropped now. Anyway, make sure you give a boy a like, comment, and subscribe. And fantastic day. Peace.